March 1823, Central America. 2 months after leaving Leith, the merchant ship the Kinnersley Castle catches sight of its final port of call, the territory of Poye in the Bay of Honduras. On board are 160 Scots, ready to start a new life in a tropical paradise. The country's ruled by the Prince or Cazique of Poye, fellow Scotsman Gregor MacGregor, and those on board have bought a plot of Poye land and the chance to make a lot of money. But as the passengers looked ashore, they didn't realise they had fallen for one of the most audacious frauds in Scottish history. Gregor MacGregor had not just sold them land, he'd sold them a lie. He wasn't the Prince of Poye, because Poye didn't exist. It was a complete fiction, cooked up by 36-year-old MacGregor, a man who craved status and distinction. He paid his way up the ranks of the British Army, which was common practice at the time. And whilst he enjoyed the titles, he wasn't so keen on the responsibilities that came with them. After a disagreement, MacGregor leaves the army and travels to South America, where the Revolutionary Wars are raging. Here we see MacGregor's sheer brass neck for the first time. Reporting directly to the Commander-in-Chief, he exaggerates his military achievements and becomes a colonel in the Venezuelan army. Whilst in South America, for every mark of military distinction, there are numerous tales where he led his troops into danger and then abandoned them when the going got tough. Fearing that his duplicity would be discovered, MacGregor returns to Britain and captivates society circles with embellished tales of triumph. It's the lifestyle he was born to lead. London society listens rapt as he tells them of Poye, the country he's now a ruler of, the country he's offering them a piece of. MacGregor starts a nationwide campaign to attract investment, taking out adverts in newspapers and opening sales offices. The bait is taken and demand is huge. The first ship sails from the dock of London in September 1822. On board are 70 emigrants. Some have given up their life savings for this opportunity. By January 1823, the Kinnersley Castle ship is being readied at Leith docks. In the hold is 12 months' supply of food and water, and on board are farmers, doctors, civil servants. MacGregor himself goes on board to wish them luck. 2 months later, and the passengers row towards the Poye coast. One of the first to reach land is James Hastie, a sawmill worker from Edinburgh. He describes sandy ground with dense and tangled undergrowth. There's no evidence of any roads and certainly no port or town. In the distance, people emerge from the undergrowth. These are the passengers that sailed from London 6 months earlier. They explain there is nothing here. It's all been a lie. The passengers resolve to set up camp whilst they wait for rescue. But conditions were tough. Most of them had no idea how to hunt for food or build a shelter, and the rainy season brought with it malaria and yellow fever. When help did eventually arrive, 2/3 of the passengers were dead. James Hastie returned to Britain 10 months after leaving Leith. He'd lost 2 children and survived malaria. Yet despite this, Hastie refused to blame Gregor MacGregor. Astonishingly, to refute negative claims against him, Hastie and some of his fellow survivors signed this affidavit. The report which states that Sir Gregor MacGregor took money from us is false and unfounded. We believe that Sir Gregor MacGregor has been worse used by his agents than was ever a man before. And true to form, by this point, MacGregor had already left the country. He spent the rest of his life in Venezuela, where he died aged 59 and was buried with full military honours.